Won't blaze up.
Come on, blaze up.
It's a beat for me.
Wah 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 wah. For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we love. For your boy. For your boy. Hustle for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your, lift it up.
Hey y'all, how y'all doing? I hope y'all doing well. Happy Wednesday. It's hump day, right? Yeah, happy Wednesday. How y'all doing? Yeah, it's Wednesday, February 11th. I hope y'all are doing well. Come on in, get the likes up on the video. Shout out to all of you guys. If you are new to the channel, welcome. I am Voodoo Doll, and you are at Voodoo Doll TV Reacts, and you're also at the Morning Joce. Okay, welcome to the Morning Joce, where we just basically come over here and see what's going on. It could go either way. It just depends on how I feel. So welcome. Only requirement is that you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Okay, so come on in. Shout out to everybody in the building. They say fix the sound. How does it sound? Hold on, y'all. My bad. I'm sorry if I get a I got it playing on my other thing. Hold on, let me mute. Yeah, I don't see nothing wrong with the sound. That must have been, if that's somebody else's sound, you might need to go out and come back in, but it don't see nothing wrong on my end. So I just wanted to check to make sure. So shout out to everybody in the building, y'all. Get the likes up on the video. Y'all know I keep my little tablet right here so I can see. So come on in, get the likes up on the video, and shout out to everybody. I hope y'all are doing well. It is the Morning Joce. Now, morning announcements, let's get them out of the way. You already know what it is. Genealogy. It is the key to freedom. It is knowledge of who you are. The only way for you to find that out is to do your own personal genealogy. So you guys, please, if you haven't already, start your genealogy. It is going to tell you a lot of things that you need to know to prepare you for what's going on and what's going to be happening here in the future, okay? So please do your genealogy. Also, ground, meditate, pray, whatever it is to connect to higher source. We need to get you guys back to doing that because we have completely forgotten about compassion, love, care for each other, and we got to get back to that. The delineation movement is popping, and while that's popping, we got to develop a new love for each other, because that's something we don't have anymore. So please, if you're out there, please, Black America, do your genealogy, okay? Who's next to BB in the, oh, that's Cardi. I just pulled it up on, girl, I went on Grok to use the AI for a thumbnail. Grok is hella racist. OMG. You know, I asked them to put Bad Bunny, make him look like a thief, and they told me they couldn't do that. But then when I put Dolly, Bad Dolly from Baddies on there and told them make her look like a thief, they did it without hesitation. I swear to God. Let me show y'all. And people ask, because I saw somebody on the internet ask this too. They was like, how can AI be racist? Well, when you create a system, if you teach said system how to think, then the system can be whatever you teach it to be. So for instance, let's say I created a robot. And if I create this robot to say, Black Americans are the greatest on earth and think that, then in its time span on whatever time it's here, it will then go into that situation. So that is how, exactly, that is how, what do you call it? That stuff could be racist, but Grok is hella racist. Hell yeah. They will show me all type of negative images of Black people, but Bad Bunny, Cardi, anybody who looks white, they'll even tell you we can't even, oh no. Yes, ma'am. It's crazy. I hope I didn't delete it. Yeah, it's crazy as hell. They sure did, girl. I say, oh, I probably deleted it. No, here you go. Let me make y'all laugh. Look, I said, edit the pictures. Look at what I wrote. Edit the pictures to make them look like thieves. Because at first I said like they're robbing the place. And it was like, nah. Then when I say edit the picture to make them look like thieves, this would it came up, right? Now, I didn't screenshot the words when it sent the whole paragraph saying, no, that we can't do that. Now, let me make you laugh. Let me show you when I put Bad Dolly in there. Look what I y'all know I screenshot Baddies. So I put in Bad Dolly from Baddies. And I said, make her look like a thief, right? Y'all see Bad Dolly? Look what they gave me for Bad Dolly. So for people who be on here saying, you see what I'm saying? Oh, AI can't be racist. Absolutely, it can be racist. Depending on the people who create it, depends on the output that it gives you. So yes, all of this AI stuff is racist. Absolutely. And this is the worst part. We created it. Black Americans created AI, or it was a Black American woman, or man, I can't remember who created AI, but yet and still it is racist against us. So let me ask y'all a question. When y'all are doing research for things, if it's racist on photos, don't you think it's racist on information? This is why discernment is very important, even when you're using the internet for research, for utilizing it for tips for anything. You got to be very, very careful to watch the hijack. It's like they'll give you some stuff and leave a whole bunch of rat traps there. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm telling you, they couldn't turn Bad Bunny into a thief, but they damn sure could turn Dolly. And I got Bad Dolly on purpose. Why? Because she dark skinned. I didn't want to get nobody light skinned because AI might confuse them for somebody clear. I went and got somebody dark as me. I said, let me go get Bad Dolly. And as soon as I put it in, 2 seconds later, they had 2 pictures of her with the Scully on. Can't make it up. Can't make it up. Yeah. That's why I use Bad Dolly, because she dark skinned. That's the only reason. I said, nah, I don't want no confusion. I want somebody black. And I looked down at him. I said, oh, Bad Dolly. And just like clockwork, it came right up. Hey, man, y'all be careful out here with these search engines and all this stuff. Be careful with what y'all got going on. But anyway, we got a show going on. Y'all like the video, just a little something I picked up. Y'all, I watched Corey Holcomb last night. Did y'all watch Corey Holcomb? I didn't even add him to the docket. We might do him tomorrow. But girl, I watched Corey Holcomb last night. Thank you, Just Drea Britt, so much for gifting a membership, the Mary Blue. You just received it, so please thank her. Thank you, Just Drea Britt, for gifting a membership. I appreciate you. Thank you. Somebody said Negro never meant African. I thank you so much, because Negro has never meant African. And that's another hijack. When y'all read books like They Came Before Columbus and things like that, you'll see that these people will write that the dark-skinned people had to be Africans. And remember, that's not the truth. This is from their perception. It's almost like if I landed in a mysterious place in China and said these people just have to be Chinese. Just because I say it don't mean that it's real. It's just from my perception. I see slanted eyes. I see the skin color. I see the hair texture. So that's how I'm describing them. Remember, according to history, they're saying that these clear people had never seen black people except Africans, which would make sense why they would think that the ones here were Africans. But African does not mean black. Black don't mean African. They can be synonymous, but they are not the same. Anyways, where was I going though? I was about to say something. Either I can't remember. It'll come back to me. But the point I'm making is I can't even remember the point I was making. Let's get into the show. Cardi B giving away tickets for the concert. They said a concert today. And Cardi B on the internet giving away tickets. What is going on? Oh, Corey. That's where I was going. Thank you, Key. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you, Key. It was Corey. I'm going to add him. Let's just add him. Let's put him on here and we'll figure it out for later. So Corey was on the internet last night again making another fool of himself. And he denies being a PDF file. Yeah. So we gonna talk about the show. We got Cardi B giving away tickets for her concert. They found an underground railroad in New York. Concrete jungle where dreams are made of. Yes, they done found an underground railroad in New York. And you know what's crazy? They not just in New York, they everywhere. Oh, and by the way, if you still don't believe the Underground Railroad was actually underground, then you are grossly miseducated. Welcome to Voodoo Doll TV. I'm going to tell you about the real tea. You feel what I'm saying? I'm going to give you the real spiel, okay? So they found the Underground Railroad up in New York, and we going to discuss that. Then we got immigrants have been going around. Emmanuel Ocho. I've been noticing an influx of Africans, specifically Nigerians, in the NFL. I told y'all they taking over that. They also taking over basketball if they haven't already. But I've been noticing an influx of Nigerians in the NFL. And they love blending in as long as they're not winning. And then when they get on their little platforms, they get to acting crazy. So Emmanuel Ocho is on here talking about why the Bad Bunny concert wasn't so bad, because basically it's about all of the immigrants. And the immigrants are what America is about. Black America, I'm not speaking to nobody but you. I'm here to tell you that is a lie and the truth ain't in it. It has been repeated so much that we are starting to believe it. But it's time to erase that crap from our minds. America has never been about immigrants, not even the clear ones, okay? But they have perpetuated that lie over and over again to where even the new immigrants coming over here are really believing that. Again, if I build a house, if I sketch it, build it, create it, and all that stuff, and you come in and do some gardening, does not mean you own the crib. It just means you did some beautification in the front yard. Okay. However, the immigrants who've come along to our homes after we have created them, built them, set them up for everything that they need. Here comes the immigrants later on with a little beautification to tell us that immigrants built our home. And I refuse to allow that to happen. So we're going to discuss that as well. Then we got Super Bowl numbers. Obviously, they are fudging the Super Bowl numbers. The standard is always Black America. Unapologetically. The standard is always Black America. So here it is. Bad Bunny had probably the worst Super Bowl of all time. And here comes the internet fudging the numbers to say he actually had more numbers or more viewers than the Michael Jabari Jackson. And I'm not going to let him do it either. But I told y'all back when LeBron popped up on the scene and y'all thought he really was a GOAT. I told y'all chasing them numbers gonna chase you right into the lie. And here we go. Some of y'all still believe LeBron is a GOAT, but I ain't gonna go there. I don't want to offend nobody. Let's move on. Then we got to get into Corey Holcomb a little bit. Not too much, but just a little bit. So Corey went and crashed out for week 3 on the podcast, and we're going to get into a little bit of that. So y'all come on in, get the likes up on the video. Get the likes up on the video. It's just ridiculous, okay? Just Drea Britt, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, America has always been Black. Thank you, sister. Listen. I don't think, and when I'm talking about this, I'm not talking to no other group of Black America, because we are the ones who are grossly miseducated Black America. They have lied and lied and lied. Thank you, Just Drill. They have lied and told us that the country was built on the backs of immigrants and that it has always been more of them than it is of us. I have been telling y'all since I came on this platform and into my awakening that is the furthest thing from the truth. I'm talking about raw numbers. They do not outnumber us. Okay? I need you guys to understand that. They never have. As long as you believe it, it is so. Okay? This is why calling yourself a minority has always been an issue. Because you've never been a minority when in numbers you have always been the majority. Okay, so please be mindful that they like to flip the narrative to keep you mentally enchained. That's what this is all about. If they believe they're the minority and they don't have the wit and the power, then they won't get it. So stop that. Please do some research, some real research, and you will find that Black Americans are the majority because this is our land. Even if they flooded the gates with 50 million other collections of people, we procreate at a rate no other group does, by and large, because we are home on our land. Okay? So please be mindful of that, y'all. Let's get into the show. Oh, Lord, I ain't even pull up the stuff. Girl, it was a long morning this morning. I forgot today was wash day, so I had to wash my hair. And then after I washed it, this natural hair is a different breed, girl. So I got to stop saying girl because I have both men and women on my channel. But Once I wash my hair with having this natural hair up under here, I forgot it takes about an hour or two to get it together with moisturizing and twisting, because I be twisting my hair up under here and all of that stuff. So but yeah, it took me a little longer than I thought, and I actually moved my morning around to make sure I had time, and somehow it still snuck away from me. Okay, it still snuck away from me. I got you, Grape Tea, boo. He said, I'm a man, boo. I know. Shout out to Grape Tea, man. Shout out. Let's get into this honorable mention. T.I. told nothing but the truth. T.I. was talking about how school breed followers, and they do. And they do. And I learned after 2 degrees that the more education you have, the stupider you might be. No shade. And even if there is shade to be taken, I just kind of shaded myself. I'm going to say it again. Not only is he not lying that school breeds followers, I've learned that the more education you have, the stupider, if that's even a word, or at least the more stupid I tend to find that people are. I'm going to be honest. It's like they cling to life and limb on whatever the rhetoric or, education they received. Nothing exists out of what the piece of paper says. And it blocks people like that. Some of y'all might know some people like that. If you don't know some people like that, it could be you, but it blocks them from exploring other, not only options, but other avenues of thought. And that within itself is the most ignorant thing you could do. And at first I used to think it was really a thing with religious people. But then, like I said, the more I climbed up the education ladder, the more I realized these people slow as turtles. I'm talking about on paper, they smart. I'm talking about decorated, the buttons, bells, and whistles, everything. But in real life, in common sense, slow as sloths. Do you hear me? So, and again, this is coming from a person with 2 degrees. 2. Okay. So with that being said, I've learned wisdom and education are 2 completely different things. And education is basically indoctrination. I learned this a long time ago. I can't remember who it was that taught me that on YouTube. Somebody said the higher you go in your degree is the higher indoctrinated. Was it, I can't remember who it was. That's why your doctorate, you get it, is the highest of your indoctrination. That's crazy. But let's get in the tip saying his 1, 2, because I agree with him. It says, T.I. says, school is meant to breed followers. It's there to condition young kids to become human being adults that will join the workforce and fall in line. Absolutely. That's all it's for.
I think school is there to really to breed followers.
Yeah.
I think it's there to condition young kids to become human being adults that will join the workforce.
Yep.
And fall in line with the systems that have been set in place.
Yeah.
If you are someone that is a leader, someone that looks to blaze a trail and do things differently than they've ever been done before, and can lead the rest of these kids away from that system, they shun you.
Yep.
I think, and you're right, to that point, I think everything about traditional K through 12 school is a system for people to just fall in line.
Well, I think school is there to really to breed followers.
Yeah.
I think it's there to.
Oh, I think we saw that. Let me say this, because people feel like we have been lied to and indoctrinated as well, that we absolutely need education. Black America, tap in right quick. I need only Black America to tap in, and put a 3 in the chat if this applied to you. I know in my family, and I'm pretty positive, I'm almost 99.9% sure this is the same in your family, especially in your history. We have elders and ancestors who had 0 degrees, but were extremely successful. They had businesses, they owned homes, they built things. As a matter of fact, it wasn't even I want to say it wasn't even mandatory for your children to go to school until the mid 1900s. So like the 50s and the 60s. And I want to say later after that. But our ancestors thrive, not just survive, thrive. And you'll hear, oh, my great granddaddy had a 3rd grade education. Or, oh, my nana didn't even go to school. Or, oh, my nana, my grandma went, but she dropped out in 6th grade because she had to go out and help. But this tells you that you have been indoctrinated to believe that you need this system. Now, let's take a look at the system that they say we need. I got 2 degrees and over $50,000 in student loan debt. I don't work in none of the degrees that I have. I'm pretty positive 8 out of 10 people in this live are in the same boat. May not be numbers wise as far as money and what they owe, but I'm pretty positive most of the people in the chat who have degrees or has some sort of extended education do not work in those degrees or education and has probably accrued debt. So let's take what they said and put our logical thinking caps on here. I need us to put our logical thinking caps on. So if education is supposed to upgrade us and give us a better life, why is it that when we were less educated, we were more successful? Does that make sense? So the biggest lie is that you need all these degrees. The most successful people in America today, no matter the color, are not highly educated. I'm going to say it again. Today in America, the most successful people are absolutely not highly educated. So who is right and who is wrong? Where's the truth in the middle of this? Now, I'm not telling nobody don't get no degree. What I'm telling you is to use your logical common sense, put your thinking caps on and take away what they said. Now, again, if you bring it to present day, you think about the people that are most successful, they do not have the highest education. Unless you're going to be a doctor or something like that where it's required, I understand it. But all of us going to get these degrees and all of this stuff is pointless. So no, I don't believe education makes us smarter. I think it makes us more stupid and put in line. It's more of an extension from the K-12 program. It makes us even worse because now we've already been indoctrinated, especially like me. If you one of those kids who came out of high school with A's and B's and then go into college and make A's and B's, the more you climb higher in the educational ladder, you really start to feel like, okay, these pats on the back is affirming that I'm more intelligent. And I'm telling you, I went to college for years. And I will learn. I'm unlearning 85% of the shit they taught me in there. School is a prisoner pipeline situation, and it is also a trap. To be completely honest, just like our grandparents, all we really need to know is reading, writing, and arithmetic. Everything else is trade-based. If you is a carpenter, then you go find the people who do carpentry work so you can learn how to do it over there. If you is a doctor, you go find the doctor people to learn how to be doctor over there. If you see what all of that other stuff is bull. I'm going to be honest. And I got 2 degrees. So I don't want nobody to say, voodoo, you degree shaming. Girl, go sit your crazy ass down, girl. I'm telling you what it is. I'm telling you what it is. So he's right. It just creates a bunch of followers. Because when I was getting my pats on the back, getting my dean's list, getting my 4.0, because I almost had I had a 3.98. I almost had a 4.0 right when I was graduating. But anyway, when I was striving to get my pats on the back, I thought that I was smarter too. And it took for me to get out of that system to realize I'm really not smart. I just know what they told me to know. And now I owe all this money, and I ain't even working in the degrees, plural. So please be mindful of that, y'all. And this is no shade. The educated amongst us, or the most educated amongst us, are either traitors or stupid. The most educated amongst us are direct enemies, or they're either traitors, not all, but a lot of them are either traitors or stupid. You know? So I don't really trust them no way. Let's move on. Did y'all see Rich Homie Quan? Now, what's his name? Hit the Quan. The rapper Hit the Quan had lost his mind and was in a standoff with the police. I don't know what's going on. They say he having a mental health situation, child. Let's check in on it. So it says a tense overnight standoff in Florida ended with the arrest of rapper Memphis. I'm sorry. Why was I saying iHeartMedia? Memphis after a heavy police response at a residential home. Authorities confirmed a man was taken into custody after barricading himself inside a house in the 8600 block of Gatehouse Road, prompting a SWAT response. The individual was identified by his godmother or godbrother as Memphis, whose real name is Richard Colbert, who's 33 years old. A local 10 News crew observed a Tesla outside the home overturned an officer's forced entry through the garage. It says Colbert's godbrother told the outlet he believed the rapper may have been experiencing a mental episode and said Colbert was live streaming on Instagram during the incident. Stop scaring me with these bums. Y'all got jets flying through my house, fake spiders, Colbert said on the live streams. Fake spiders? What the hell? They might do. Amen. Because see, let me tell y'all something. See, they'll say this boy crazy, and this boy ain't crazy. This young man said they sent fake spiders. I believe it. They already got the fake dogs. I know y'all done seen them fake police dogs. It would not surprise me if they got that type of stuff going on. It goes on to say, I am thinking about my daughter, Colbert told officers. All right, let me tell you something, white men. Okay, let me tell you something, white man. I am thinking about my daughter. Keep me protected. I don't got no guns, just my eye. I can prove I got nothing. What you mean I ain't got no guns, just my eye? Oh, this is big. Let's just get into it. Let him say it, because I need to understand what he's saying, y'all. Get the lights on.
SWAT standoff in Plantation. A rapper barricaded himself inside a home and live streamed the...
One more thing. It's so much symbolism here. They're reporting he lives on or from a plantation, or the place is called Plantation. I don't know why that stuck out to me when I saw this last night, because they kept saying reporting live from Plantation, from the plantation, and I'm like, why do they keep? And I don't know, that has to be some significance there. But hidden symbolism.
Entire chaos in Local 10's Sanella Sabovic live now at that scene with the latest on what triggered this dramatic showdown. Sanella.
Plantation is a city in Florida. Got it. We need to do the research on that, because what's going on?
Calvin, loved ones were
Tense SWAT standoff in Plantation. A rapper barricaded.
Concerned for Richard Colbert's safety. He's also a well-known rapper, goes by the stage name Memphis. Police were called to the scene here. There was an hours-long standoff that wrapped up earlier this morning. And take a look at all the damage left. Concerned for Richard. And following that standoff, you can see a garage door completely ripped off, a Tesla on its side there. And yes, the rapper did stream the incident on Instagram Live. Take a look.
I don't got no gun.
And following that, a man barricaded inside a plantation home. Streaming it live on Instagram late Monday night.
They throwing bombs? What they doing?
Police have identified him as 32-year-old Richard Colbert. Family members say he's a rapper known as Memphis with more than 700,000 followers on Instagram. Earlier on Monday, a welfare check was conducted at the rapper's home off Pine Island Road as loved ones described Colbert. Family members described erratic behavior.
What's up? What's the next question? No, ma'am.
They were concerned for Colbert's safety.
I'm praying that he overcomes this, scenario. In his phase, this is just like,
described erratic behavior.
It's like a total shocker to me.
It took police hours to get to Colbert.
They just kept on calling out his name to come out. They have a warrant for his arrest.
He was eventually arrested early Tuesday morning on written or electronic.
It's like a total shocker to me.
It kill or injure and resisting without violence. When it was all said and done, the home was left in disarray. A garage door ripped off, a Tesla on its side, windows on the home broken. Loved ones returning to clean up the mess Tuesday afternoon. Kill or injure, and praising police for getting Colbert out safely.
These officers, these are not 20, 30-year veterans. These were young guys. and they just had it all under control.
After he was detained, Colbert was praising taken to the hospital to get checked out. He currently remains at the Broward County main jail. He is expected to make a bond court appearance tomorrow. That is the latest. Reporting live at a plantation. Sinella Sabovic, Local 10 News.
All right, Sinella.
You heard her? She said live on a plant, or maybe she said from plantation. I felt like I kept hearing them saying live on a plantation. Like, why they keep saying that? But I know that I'm learning now. Plantation is the name of the city in Florida. I wonder why. I want to do some research on that. But all this behind a welfare check? Like, they done turned the boy whole house and car upside down because his family is claiming he has had a mental health issue or whatever. And they did all of this. Like, was he, like, my question would be, was he doing something to the neighbors? Was he a threat to, you know what I mean? Like, what is this all about? I'm telling you now, he don't look the same. The so-called family is white. For real? Child, listen, I don't know what's going on, but this don't sound like no, oh, it's a welfare check, so let's get the SWAT team to go in and run this man's house. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. He is in the industry, or I don't know. I don't want to speak on it. My prayers go up to the brother. Whatever it is, it looked like a demon following him. That's what it looks like. It looks like he got a root on him or something. I don't know. Child, let me move on. Bless his little heart and his little family or whatever. I ain't got nothing to do with that. But, you know, I just found it odd that they sent all them people out there. Like, all of that for a welfare check? Y'all, let's go into something positive. It's Mardi Gras season. It is Mardi gras season. And in New Orleans, during parade season, right before we march, I used to march. I used to be on the, well, I would say S. I was a majorette, but I never marched. I kind of tried out, made it, and then was like, I'm out of here. But I did march on the color guard. I marched in the band. I was accepted on the cheerleaders, but didn't march. I tried out for the dance team. They didn't accept me because I was dark skinned. That's what I believe. I marched. I participated. I'm a participatory girl. Either way, in New Orleans, before the parades, typically the bands line up and they challenge each other, right? So the majorettes are one of the people everybody really challenged. But the majorettes, I saw these two people challenging. And, you know, coming from New Orleans, I didn't know majorettes really only twirl with one baton. Because where we from, the majorettes always twirl with two batons. So here you can see my alma mater, Sarah T. Reed, that's there, and Carver, who's another alma mater, not alma mater of mine, but another high school. It's a boy, though. But they're challenging, doing the batons. And I thought this was cute so y'all can see, y'all. Check it out. Well, let me back up. So what people don't know is parade season is an event on top of an event on top of an event, especially when you either march or you got a child at march. Before the parade pops off, it's a whole thing. People gather around to see who gonna do what. And when I tell you Black American culture is so rich, and it was dawning on me too. I don't know if I said this online, but I'm gonna say it again. Nigga said I don't think I can twirl one, two. I'm gonna have to try two now. Yeah, that's like standard in New Orleans. All of us do two batons. But no, it was dawning on me. I believe, and get me on here, I believe that New Orleans was one of the places that America had to leave our culture untouched. That's why people find so much comfort and familiarity when they come to New Orleans, because that's not the only. I believe that New Orleans is one of the places that the powers that be was able to touch, except, you know what I'm saying? Hey, leave that. You can confuse them. You can tell them it's for somebody else, but leave it, okay? Somebody said, so y'all are originators of windmilling. No, girl. Well, I guess. But no, seriously though, I believe that New Orleans, not just New Orleans, other places in America too, the Grand Canyon, in certain places, I believe that they was like, hey, it's certain, you can't touch that, because when it's time for my people to wake up, they're gonna need somewhere else to go reference to. So if y'all haven't, please put it on your bucket list to go to New Orleans. For real. It's really a time. Even if it's not just for Mardi Gras, just period. Put it on your list to go to New Orleans. And when you get there, I got the same feeling in Savannah. When you get there, you'll see it's a very nice, familiar feeling. I mean, outside of this thinking. Girl, I'm so tired of Glorilla and her brothers and sisters. Did y'all see her brother came out? Girl. So Glorilla brother came out and said that Glo paid the mama $8,000 to lie on live and say Glorilla takes care of everybody. I am so tired of the hallelujahs. I'm tired of Glorilla, Brorilla, and Slowrilla. I'm tired of all of them. So now here come the brother saying that Glo is lying and had the mama lying. Plus, I never went back and read all those text messages from Victoria, who is Brorilla. But ultimately, it does seem like, from what I hear, that the mama was playing both sides. I don't know. Let's get into the brother.
Now, you know you're wrong, Glo. You didn't put mama on the live to lie? No, you ain't put mama on the phone to lie. You got me up early stressing. I'm stressing right now. Early this morning, man. Damn, man. That's a shame. Y'all lying about the money? You paid mama to go live? $8,000? To lie on us? This shit a scam.
Charles the motherfucking white. Welcome. Let me say this, man. Let's really be clear. The siblings see Brorilla on, and you know they about to come out the woodwork and go live. Everybody want to put their names in the hat so that they can get the treatment Brorilla been getting. Let me go get her on here. Brorilla been doing promo for food. Let me get Brorilla. Brorilla been buying chains, doing promo for food, all types of stuff. When I tell you Brorilla ain't missed a beat, eating sandwiches, doing interviews, buying hot and spices. And that's another thing, Black America. We got to stop making these big ass companies. I did it with Sheen the other day. We got to stop making these big ass companies richer than they already is, because we be doing it. You know what I'm saying? We be doing it on mistake. But look at her with the hot and spices.
Oh, hot and spices. Oh, hot and spices.
Them same losses turn me to a winner.
Look. Brorilla been cutting up, no scissors. You don't think the other siblings about to come out? Especially if I know we poor? Girl, please. Everybody about to come out. And you know what the siblings gonna say? Y'all made Brorilla famous. Y'all might as well make us famous too. Y'all might as well make us famous too. What's this?
They really happy for Glorilla. Now look how he look while he talking to him.
No, that's him.
You was a stripper. So it ain't no fucking way them lights was supposed to be off. You was stripping before. So if you knew if you got to use what you got to get what you want, you should have been stripping trying to keep them damn lights on. Bitch, you think you finna keep on beating my motherfucking ass right after I get out the motherfucking tub with a hungry stomach, talking about my man for nothing. What the, man, we ain't got no food too. What you whooping me for? We both mad. You knew how to get you You a professional. You knew how to get some motherfucking money.
That's her going off on the mama. Listen, that's what I'm saying, Grape Tea. They say Glorilla Mama was a stripper. Girl, look. I don't know what's going on. Now, bro, really done came on here and said the mama used to be a stripper and still couldn't keep the lights on. And the daddy was working at the post office. Somebody, girl, again, just when you think your family is bad, it could be the hallelujahs. All I know is this. Y'all done made bro really famous. Now the rest of the siblings about to come out and tell their story. So be prepared. Be prepared like an episode of Lion King. It's coming. You got to know it's coming. They not about to let up. They on the way. Okay. Now let's get into Cardi B and this giveaway. So Cardi B is giving away tickets. When does the tour start? I think the tour starts today, you guys. But I saw something online saying that Cardi B was giving away tickets. Let's get into it. Are y'all going to the Barty Gang tour? It says Fanvu crashes after Cardi B hype. Cardi B announces her tour tickets giveaway on the site following Super Bowl halftime performance. So apparently they're trying to say that Cardi must have, I don't know if it's true, but they're alleging that Cardi must have went somewhere and said, hey, we're going to give away free tickets on this site, Fanvu or whatever it is. And whenever the people went on there to get the tickets, it was crashed or they crashed it. It would make sense that people would want to go for free. But honestly, let me see how the ticket sales is doing. Because last time I checked, Cardi B wasn't selling them tickets like that. Cardi B ticket sales update. I am the drama tour. Is that how you say it? As of February 10, 2026, the tour is approximately, they say 89 to 90% sold, with extra seats added due to high demand and average capacity reaching 12.3 thousand per show. The Little Miss Drama Tour, yeah, it kick off today. They say they got dates including 14 sold out dates. Oh, she sold out. 14 sold out dates include New York, Atlanta, and LA. So there you go. I don't know what's going on. The Google said that she sold out. I didn't say it. Let me take Fran's band off of here. I was watching some education. See, y'all need to watch educational stuff too. But let me take him off of here. I ain't talking about you yet, sir. I'll come back to you. Google said 89 to 90% of the tour is already sold out. I don't believe it. And then Instagram said they say Atlanta is not sold out. Child, look. We'll know. This is how we'll know. We'll wait till the concert comes. And obviously, because the internet is messy, people in there are going to take video. And then we'll go from there. Just like with the Super Bowl. We didn't think that it was that good. But then when we saw the actual footage from people in the crowd, we realized, it really was worse off than what we thought. All I know is this. Cardi B did a lot of promo prior to this tour. She had SNL. She had the entire NFL. You know what I'm saying? So she's got a lot of promo for the tour. So I don't see why she shouldn't do well. But what's happening is, and I can bring this up too to show y'all. What's happening is our palates are changing. Our ears are tuning back to what they were. What do I mean by that, Black America? Things that used to pop off in the past, we don't like it no more. People are waking up even to the sexy reds. Even to the sexy reds of the world. People's ears are not tuned to that stuff no more. Things that Sexy Red got away with 3 years ago, she's trying to come out even today and do now. And people are like, get her the F away from us. That is because we are going through a spiritual awakening. The veil is being lifted on a lot of things that we have been asleep on, myself included. I was under the Bodak Yellow spell. Yes, I was. Yes, I was. I'm not on here preaching to y'all like I'm better. I was under the Bodak Yellow spell. I never liked the Sexy Red thing. I never could do it. Sexy Red, Glow. I never even could really do Glorilla. I'm kind of starting to come around to her because she don't really rap much. At least this last stuff mostly about sex, but it was just horrible. But what's happening is our ears are fine-tuned And it's going back to what we know to be real music, and the fake is not being able to be pushed down our throats anymore. So for that and that only, I can see why Cardi could be having tickets or at least issues selling tickets, because people don't want to hear that no more. People just don't want to hear it no more. You see what I'm saying? And I thank God we are waking up from that, because let me tell you something. Somebody said this and it made sense. Somebody said Kendrick Lamar came and said he watched the party die. That's when the Kendrick and Drake beef popped off, and then hip hop just completely went kaput, right? Hear me out. Follow me, camera, in my Messy Maya voice. So hip hop goes kaput. We really not putting out no music. Labels go kaput. New York exposed for not being the mecca or the heart of nothing. No shade. Shout out to New York, but it is exposed, and I'm about to tell you how. So once music and the labels and all that go kaput, then we left holding the bag. Billboard don't have hardly nobody on it because we ain't putting out no music. But are we? Somebody made this comment that music has returned to the South, and I said, oh, you know what? You ain't lying, because who got music on hold right now? What city right now? Put it in the chat. Who follows hip hop? What city right now has hip hop on lock? I call it Chitlin Circuit, which is my favorite. Like Mixtape Wayne, that would be Chitlin Circuit. I love the under the table stuff. You feel what I'm saying? But thank you, Out the Matrix. Thank you, Just Anticipate. It's Memphis. It's Memphis. Memphis got music on lock. Lock, 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 lock. Big Boogie. Finesse. The Gottis. The Glows. Like, without, right? No, it's not Atlanta, not right now. No, it's not. It's Memphis. We got to give it to Memphis. We got to give it to what? Listen, Black America, we got to be honest amongst ourselves. This is a Negro meeting, but we got to be honest amongst ourselves. Somebody say lock how? This is what I mean when I say lock. When you talk about new music that's coming out, new hip hop music that people like, the heart of it is coming out of Memphis. It just is. The heart of it is coming out of Memphis. Now, if you guys have paid attention to the past, then you know that there's nothing new under the sun, and everything you did has already been done. Now, New York has cosplayed as the home of hip hop, and I'm no shade, but it's the truth. New York has cosplayed as the home of hip hop. Now that is over and that delusion is done, now hip hop is going to go back to its roots, which is the South. Okay, so now that hip hop is back in the South, just like before, Memphis was the first one out the gate. Project Pat. Memphis was the first one out the gate. 3-6. Memphis was the first one out the gate. Name them. Put them in the chat. All them people. I remember being in New Orleans and we was just trying to figure out bounce music. Everybody was listening to them niggas in Memphis. Everybody. Don't get me wrong. We had niggas in Georgia and niggas in Texas too. But everybody in they moan had them niggas, them country ass niggas with all them goals in they car playing that. Yup, Gangsta Boo, all of them. But right after that, pay attention, because it's not a competition. It's a collective idea. It's a collective project. Right after Memphis popped off, what's the next city popped off? Houston. Was it Houston first? No, Atlanta. I don't know. Houston, Atlanta, then New Orleans. You get it? Then, so if the past is what it is, then we can expect music to follow the same route. That means right after Memphis, it's going to either go between Atlanta, New Orleans, Houston, or all three like it did. Because remember, at one point in the past, all four of them was popping at the same time. That's why in the mixtape era, as I call the Chitlin Circuit, but that's why in the mixtape era, we had a lot of underground music that was better than the stuff put on the shelves. The reason why hip hop is coming back to the South is because that's where it started, that's where it came from, and that's where it belongs. New York, no shade, but the Bronx has always been an illusion of where hip hop started. It has not. There's not a heart there for it to start. Now, were the people there? Absolutely. So for the conception of what we know to be as hip hop today, yes, we'll give it that for location wise. But I'm talking about what's real in the soul. Hip hop and the soul of it, it just always been here. That's why once we stepped on the scene, we took over hip hop and never let it go. No shade. The South got something to say. Shout out to the South. Shout out to the South. But I think that's where we headed back, y'all. I think we going back to music dying. Like Kendrick said, watch the party die. And I think now we're going to start seeing the South rise again. You get it? So we got Memphis already popping. You're about to start seeing all them, oh yeah, all them Southern niggas. Yeah, them cornbread, collard green eating ass niggas. Them the niggas I want here on the mic. Oh yeah. We ain't really rock with no shade, but we ain't really rock with a lot of too much in New York. We like some of y'all, but not a lot. A lot of y'all was a little different. But I just something about a dirty Southern nigga riding the beat. Ooh, pause, I guess. I don't know. But it's just something about it. I just love it. It just does something to me. Let's move on. So now let's move into the Super Bowl numbers and the fudging of the numbers. So the Super Bowl are fudging numbers since we on the Hispanics here. They are trying to first of all, Black America, we are the standard. We are the goal, the measurement, and the standard. Without us, they don't know where to go. That's why everything they do, they compare to us. Everything they do, they try to sit up there and say us it. They try to us. Okay, what I'm saying? Does that make sense? So here it is. We all know that the best Super Bowl halftime performance was done by the one and only Michael Jackson. It's not up for debate, and it's not even up for nobody to even question. The best national anthem performance was done by none other than the Whitney Houston. It's not up for debate. It's not even up for discussion. There's nobody to come second, third, or fourth for us to even put next to these people. It just is what it is. But when you get immigrants coming to America who are so excited to be what they believe to be doing, stealing our legacy, you'll see that every time they steal from us, they have to compare them to us. So here it is. Bad Bunny had the worst halftime show of all time, collectively across the world, not the city, not the state, but the world, collectively across the world. People don't rock with this Super Bowl halftime show. However, since it was Bad Bunny and an agenda is trying to be pushed and they're trying to rewrite history while we're living it, they'll put out these numbers and tell you that Bad Bunny did just as well as Michael Jackson, and it's the biggest lie of all time. Let's just be clear. Michael Jackson did raw numbers. You cannot compare raw numbers to streaming numbers. Let's put on our logical thinking caps. People had to get outside of their homes, get into their vehicles, buy a ticket, and show up. So to get millions of people to physically leave their home and show up to somewhere, you cannot then measure that on people having access to it through their phones. Another thing, for them to say, well, even if he had 1 million people in person, I got 10 million streams. How many of those people listened or attended more than once? It's so much nuance you have to add when y'all start comparing raw numbers to streaming numbers. The streaming numbers are lying numbers. The internet numbers are lies. Let me say this too, and I've said this in the past. I'm going to say it again. There's an old saying, which is the biggest lie. The biggest lie is men lie, women lie, and they say numbers don't lie. That is the biggest lie you've ever been told. As a matter of fact, men lie, women lie, but numbers lie harder than both of their asses. Why? Because you can control and manipulate numbers to tell whatever story you want them to tell. I have a degree in data and statistics. I know exactly what I'm talking about. So when y'all take these numbers at face value, okay? When y'all take these numbers at face value just because the internet spits them to you, you're doing yourself a disservice because number one, the premise of the numbers are based on lies because numbers absolutely lie all the time. Okay? Now, again, they're trying to say Bad Bunny had 128.2 million views for his Super Bowl halftime show, breaking the halftime record. And then they put him next to what's the boy name? They put him next to Michael Jackson. Now, again, they always put these people next to Michael Jackson because we are the standard. They have to keep us next to our greats. They have to keep them next to our greats because they know in order to be accepted, they have to beat the great. And the great is always us. This is not me tooting our horns. This is not me trying to make us better than nobody, but we are better than a lot of people. Matter of fact, we are. We just are. We just is. You know what I'm saying? So I just found it very disrespectful for them to put the worst show up against the best show and use numbers to try to justify it. And people who are indoctrinated with education in the system are going to take those numbers and go with the move. Well, if the numbers say it, then it must be so. That is the biggest mistake you can make. And let me show y'all this video. This here you go. He broke a little bit down of it. Y'all, check this out. I be seeing this dude a lot on TikTok and everywhere.
The numbers are finally in for the halftime Super Bowl show, and Bad Bunny is number 4. That 135 million number, that was a guesstimate. They was just guessing. But this information comes from Nelson's Big Data Plus. They've been doing it for years. These are legitimate numbers. Kendrick Lamar remains number 1 at...
Oh, and let me say this too. Even Kendrick Lamar can't compare to Michael Jackson, because let me tell you why. When Michael Jackson did his Super Bowl show in the 90s, we didn't have cell phones. Let me say it again. When Michael Jabari Jackson, I give him a middle name. When Michael Jabari Jackson did his halftime show in the early 90s, we didn't have cell phones. So you know what that means? Everybody had to gather around one television. See, a lot of y'all wasn't born yet, but back in my day, we had to all gather around one television. So that means Super Bowl happened. Everybody came to one TV and everybody watched one TV. Now, fast forward to Kendrick Lamar. We all watching it here. We don't even watch it on TV. 90% of us is watching it here. So can you really compare the numbers of Kendrick Lamar even to Michael Jackson? Absolutely not. Because the times is going to automatically cause it's going to affect the outcome of the numbers. Does that make sense? So you can't even compare Kendrick Lamar.
133.5 million. Michael Jackson remains number 2 at 133.4 million, and Usher remains number 3 at 129.3 million. Buns Bunny come in at 128.2 million. Number 4th place. They went on to calculate the numbers for Turning Point USA. Kid Rock, 5 million. 24 hours later, he was able to accumulate 19 million numbers, 19 million viewers. I say if Living Color rebooted their halftime segment, which they're responsible for why the halftime Super Bowl have a halftime show. If they rebooted their halftime segment and if Turning Point kept their halftime segment, that alone will cripple the NFL halftime show. They will lose ratings during their halftime show performance. But yeah, those are the numbers.
Ooh, even Turning Point USA, a lot of y'all don't know this. So Turning Point USA decided to stream a whole alternative Super Bowl during the Bad Bunny Super Bowl. Do you know where they get that from? Black Americans, a group of family called the Wayans. It was the Wayans brothers who had a show called In Living Color, who outdid the Super Bowl by eons. So much so, the NFL and the entertainment industry had to go and get the Wayans and say, hey, guys, let's work together because y'all taking all of our viewers. So what is Turning Point USA? What the Clear's doing now? The same thing that the Wayans did back then. They always do everything we do. When I tell y'all Black America is the progenitors and curators and creators of this world, I'm not talking out the side of my neck. I'm not just saying that to toot our horn. I'm telling you, when you peel back the layers to how the world operates, they literally operate off of Black America. Nikki said it back. She said it best, I'm sorry. All these bitches is our sons. I'm going to say it again. And this is no shade. I'm just quoting Nikki. All these bitches is our sons, not the other way around. Everything they do, they got to either compare it to us or learn it from us. All of them. Black America. When I be saying who we are, I'm not just saying it to make us feel better. I'm telling you the real. Turning Point taking the same thing we did as they all do. We done got these people to take our culture and blend it in with quote unquote American culture so much, we don't even know what part of the culture belongs to us. And I'm here to tell you all of it belongs to us. What part of the culture is Black American culture? World culture. What's up? World culture. They're going to continue to make it like this Bad Bunny dude did what he didn't do. Don't listen to the internet. Pay attention to what you experienced. Stop living in the metaverse 24/7. Vacation from it. And what do I mean by stop living in the metaverse 24/7? Meaning most of us, and I used to be like this too, are like this 24/7. When you're like this 24/7, the things that are happening around you are obsolete, null and void even. So because you're just like this, all things around you are neglected, even your conscious. Your conscious is glued here. When I say take a break from the metaverse, sometimes when you go places, take 5 minutes to just take it in and experience it. I get it everywhere we go, every time I'm with somebody, and it irks me. The first thing they do, ooh, girl. And I'm just like, girl, we can't even enjoy. Because this you, bitch, we living in the phone. Take 5 minutes of wherever you go. I don't care if it's to the grocery store. Take 5 minutes to just intake the environment and you'll see all the things you've been missing while you've been like this. So please take 5 minutes to come up out of the metaverse and you'll see a whole different world. No shade. Now let's move on. Now we got Bad Bunny out the way. Let's get on these immigrants and their lying ass. Do I need to do the immigrants first? Yeah, let's get on these immigrants and their lying ass. Emmanuel Ocho. This boot-licking, porridge-eating, jollof rice bacon, dirt cookie creating, fake-ass African-American Emmanuel Ocho, every time he opened his mouth. First of all, he one of them Negro. Now, he not a Negro. He one of them black dudes. You can tell off the first glance he only date white girls. You know what I mean? Something about their aura, their disposition, their voice. You feel what I'm saying? They typically have higher pitched voices, you know, very weird, you know, kind of nerdy-ish. You could tell used to be a nerd. Them type of dudes. Yeah. Emmanuel Ocho has been a thorn in Black America's side, and this is why it is imperative that we delineate hard so that these people can speak for themselves and not speak for us. So here go Emmanuel Ocho telling us that we shouldn't be mad at the Bad Bunny performance because all it is talking about how all of the flags came together because this is what America is about. America is about the immigrants because the immigrants. See, if it wasn't for the immigrants really built the country. So having the flags there, it just tells the story that the immigrants is really what America is about. No, it is not. If America was truly about its immigrants, why y'all windmilling with y'all head down against ICE right now? If America could not thrive or survive without all of you immigrants, why are y'all in duress in the moment? Shouldn't y'all just be going back home and building these paradises where y'all came from? No, because you know you can't. Incapable even. You're not who you claim to be. You're not who you tell yourself you are. You're not even who you tell us you are. You are incapable imbeciles who are probably either cast away from your lands or left your lands, and the people where you come from can't stand you. Don't want you to represent them. Don't want you to speak on their behalf. As a matter of fact, most of you won't even go back to your lands because you know good and well the people who stayed there waiting on your head because you done went out there and you can put your ass on your shoulders. They kind of like red-headed stepkids. They home don't want them, and we don't want them. So what do? Tread in between the lines, fly the flag, but make it seem like it's an all-encompassing situation where it's all of us. It's not. Emmanuel Ocho is a Nigerian tether who tries his best to look like a Black American, but he can't. He's a Nigerian tether telling us that America is all about immigrants. That is a lie. America ain't never been all about immigrants, because if that was the case, you bitches would have been here prior to the Civil War, okay? A bunch of y'all Cabbage Patch Kids anyway, clones even. So we're not even going to go there. Let's get into Emmanuel Ocho. Delineation is a must. Black America, please stand up and like the video.
God bless America, he said. Bad Bunny actually showed us what America is. America is taking the brilliance, the beauty of so many other countries coming together in one country, so many different languages, so many different heritages, so many different cultures coming together in one place to all be celebrated. Yep. He had the Puerto Rican flag. He had the American flag. He had several.
I just want to pause him right quick. Here's a lie. When people come to America, they don't come to America to taste Guyanese food. They don't come to America to experience Chinese culture. They don't come to America to experience anything outside of America. Nobody comes to America to experience any other place or country or culture outside of American culture. And what is American culture? Black culture. Black American culture, indigenous copper color Indian culture, indigenous Aborigine culture, whatever you want to call it, freedman culture, slave, whatever you want to call it. It is not about all of these different flags flying in solidarity so we can come to America and find the best Mexican food. That is a lie. Nobody comes to America to find nothing foreign. They come here for America, nothing else. But when the lie is continuously repeated, you start to believe it.
Flags from the different Latin American countries and different North American countries. Bad Bunny actually showed us that if you're willing to step outside of yourself and open up your mind for even the sliver of a second, you too can learn, you can be entertained, you can have a little understanding, you can have a little empathy, and you can have fun while doing it. I think so many leaders could actually take a note from Bad Bunny's halftime performance, because while it was entertaining, he was also teaching us some messages. Remember, I believe he had a young individual that was was subject to mistreatment from ICE out there.
He was detained. He was a 5-year-old boy.
A 5-year-old boy that was detained.
He handed him a
He had
Grammy.
a wedding that was out there.
I wish ICE came and picked up every immigrant out the world. Maybe if I close my eyes and wish like a birthday wish, because my birthday coming up, I wish ICE came and took every single immigrant that talked crazy about Black America. I wish they came and got them and pushed them out, and they never able to come back to America. Y'all think my wish gonna come true? I think it will. Let's see.
Proposal that was out there. On the football, he had "Together We Are America," and there's nothing more powerful than that to me, because oftentimes I feel like we think individually we are America. America's not America because of one individual group. America not America because of white people. America not America because of Black people. America not America because of Hispanics. America not America exclusively because of immigrants. America is America because we have all come together to this beautiful country. And
it pisses me off the most because I know this is my land. And I got all of these foreign list-having mother pluckers on this internet telling me that it belongs to the Hispanic, it belongs to the African, and it belongs to everybody else. That's why I get on here every day and tell y'all do y'all genealogy. Because once you do your own genealogy, you're going to see everything I've been saying was right. That's why I tell y'all every day to get on here and do your genealogy. Because when you do your own personal genealogy, you're going to come back and say, boo, you wasn't lying. I know what I'm telling y'all to do. So now it's like they stole our homes. Squatters. Yeah, that's exactly what they are, Mercury. Squatters. You bitches are squatting on our land and then looking us square in the face telling us this belong to us. I thank God I'm not no type of like chiefess over the land. Because I swear to God, the things that be coming in my head, and I know I don't have to ask God to forgive me. I know I don't. But the things that be coming in my head, bro, that I be wanting to say out loud, oh my God. Oh my God. Like, these people are insufferable. I wish they would all go home. Go home, Roger. Go home. You love y'all love y'all country so much, but you refuse to go home. Why won't you just go home? I thought you loved it there. I thought Nigeria was the best place ever. I thought Mexico was. Why not go home? Go home. This is not your home. And you'll see. You'll definitely see. This ain't your home. Let me let him finish.
Bad Bunny displayed that at the Super Bowl halftime show. So for that, I will give it a 10 out of 10. For the messaging, for the symbolism. I have more thoughts, but Caber, I know you have several.
No, I mean, I completely agree with you. I think, honestly, it kind of shined a light on one. Everybody had so many different issues with this, as if in a lot of the major cities in America, you're not going to walk out and see the same culture. You're not going to walk outside of your house and be involved in the same culture or see these people. I think America, like you said, is a country based on it's on immigrants. Immigrants moved here. Immigrants built this place. Immigrants are the backbone of what we call America today. And I think it was actually a beautiful performance. I thought he was sending a message today, not saying anything in English, not trying to assimilate, being his true, authentic self. Puerto Rico, also, like you said, very much shady. They're a part of America, and we treat them as they're not.
Take your ass to any of these countries and try to assert your dominance in your language and see what happens. That's why I don't understand. But you know, these two niggas here are paid ops. Paid ops. These people get on these podcasts, they get funded by the people with a lot of money, and they tell them what to say and what not to say. These two niggas right here is paid ops. Don't pay no attention to them. But anybody melanated, well, if you're a foreigner, it would make sense. If you are a foreigner, it will make all the sense in the world. This is the thing. The lie that America is built off the backs of immigrants needs to be eradicated. It needs to be proven and shut down. From what I hear, ICE is mostly Hispanic people anyway, getting y'all up out of the paint. I cannot wait until we get to a point where the chiefess and the mothers of this land get control of our land and we start kicking y'all asses off our stuff. Because it's coming. Oh, yeah, it's coming. And I cannot wait. And I don't want to hear nobody. And let me say this to Black America. For those of you in Black America who have so much affinity to those people, if you feel so torn about whether they should stay or go, I promise you, you'll probably be exiled with them. Because, see, we're not going to allow the onesie-twosies to affect the collective. These people have continuously to give us their asses to kiss. Foreigners are not our friends. Now, I'm not saying in your personal life. I'm not saying anybody you know personally isn't your friend. I'm telling you socially, culturally, collectively, foreigners, white, Black, or in between, are not Black Americans' friends. We have no friends. We have no allies. All of these people are takers. They are all here to take from Black America. They are here to take our culture. They are here to take our language. They are here to take our food. They are here to take our identity. They even want to take our melanin and our souls. These are all enemy people cosplaying as friends. I need you guys to be clear on this. I need you guys to be unequivocally clear about what it is I am saying. I'm not talking about your friend in real life. I'm talking about collectively. None of the people who are here, not one group of those people, are here to help, assist, aid, or even give a lending hand to Black America. None of them. None of them. None of them. So for the Black Americans who find it hard to just watch these people get put back in the places where they belong, which is home, I promise you, if you get so torn, you're going to go with them. But I bet you don't want to do that because treason is the real thing. We got to get these people off our lands, bro. oh, it's coming. They going home. They going home. And the ones who will stay are people who will be able to understand, recognize, and respect the fact that this is our shit. Other than that, you're going to have to go. Watch. Mark my word. It's going to come a time, in order to be a foreigner living on these lands, you are going to have to respect the hierarchy, and the hierarchy going to be us. And if you don't respect it, you're out of here. On the next flight smoking back home. Watch. I know it's going to happen. I wrote it down. Let's move on. Let's get into these underground railroads. Because see, let me tell y'all something. All this stuff coincides. All of this stuff is happening at the same time for a reason. Okay? So while all of this is going on, I see that they found the Underground Railroad in New York. And I thought it was dope to share. So I definitely want to share it with y'all, because these things are real. Now, when we were taught in school, because I know I was there, they taught us in school that the Underground Railroad wasn't really underground. They told us that the Underground Railroad was just kind of like a symbol for the fact that we were moving people without the knowledge of the masses. That is a lie. The Underground Railroad was literally really underground. Remember when Portia was on the Real Housewives of Atlanta and she said, oh, where the train tracks? And we thought she was dumb. Turns out she might be dumb, but just not that time. There were actual trains with an actual track, with an actual whole city, towns, and all types of stuff underground. Underground Railroad is literally really underground. In New Orleans, in Florida, New York, California, Canada, Mexico, and the list goes on and on and on. Everywhere they tell you they don't have underground, they lying. It's underground everywhere. Everywhere. It was a really, seriously, literally underground. Okay? And if y'all do some exploring, you'll be able to see that. Okay? Now fast forward. Underground Railroad is discovered somewhere in New York. Let me get it on here. Like the video, y'all, if you haven't already. Please get the video out in the algorithm. I would definitely appreciate y'all if y'all could like the video, please, for me. Get it out in the algorithm, chat. All right. Now let's get into this Underground Railroad, or at least the bunker leading to the Underground Railroad, okay, in New York. So it says secret Underground Railroad safe house discovered inside historic Manhattan home, hidden passageway built to protect enslaved Africans. That's not true. Revealed beneath museum drawers. Let's really be clear before we get into this. We were not enslaved Africans running away from those slave catchers. We were prisoners of war. There was an actual ongoing war and wars that has been happening all of this time. Just because a physical ceasefire happened, civil war, just because a physical ceasefire happened doesn't mean the war hasn't continued. And because we were in war, these underground passageways served as ways for us to do all types of battles, all types to not be captured, and all of those things. Take the movie Roots out of your head. It is a lie. If you believe in slavery from the perspective of the movie Roots, you are grossly miseducated. Take it, throw it away, and re-educate yourselves. Okay? I'm going to say it again. Throw it away. Take what you take what you can get from it, and re-educate yourselves. Slavery was nothing like the movie Roots. Okay? So this Underground Railroad was something that we knew about and nobody else knew about. So while we back and forth with war with these people, we back and forth with all type of calamities, we had this Underground Railroad not only just for travel, but to hide things that we were doing from them. It is a real thing. It's real. It's not a symbol. It's a real thing. So remember, we're hiding prisoners of war because that's what it is. Not just the wars against other countries. We were on a war fighting for our land here. That's what slavery is really about. Okay? So with that being said, you got to know that you're going to find these places, but do not be fooled with the African narrative. We are not African. Black Americans are not from Africa. Do your genealogy. It says a hidden safe house connected to the Underground Railroad has been discovered inside the Merchants House Museum in Manhattan. Architects and preservationists, recently uncovered a concealed vertical passageway hidden between built-in bedroom drawers inside the 19th century home on East 4th Street. When the button drawer is removed, it reveals a cut-out opening in the floorboards that leads to an enclosed space and ladder. A path historians now confirm was used to shelter enslaved Africans or Black Americans escaping bondage in the South. The house was originally built in the 1830s by Joseph Brewster, a known abolitionist. Historians say the passageway was intentionally designed to be completely invisible to slave catchers and city marshals during that time. He probably was Black, because you know Black people was around there owning all of that stuff too. For nearly 200 years, this space remained hidden in plain sight. Preservation experts are calling it a generational discovery and one of the most significant finds in historic preservation history in New York City. Many people forget that New York played a role in the abolitionist movement. This discovery is now physical proof of that residence and that courage it took to hide freedom inside of a dresser drawer. Now, let me just say this. It wasn't no Africans here on this Underground Railroad. It wasn't no Hispanics here on the Underground Railroad. It wasn't no Asians here on the Underground Railroad. It wasn't nobody here but my ancestors and your ancestors, Black America. Do not ever let any of these filthy tethers tether themselves or they raggedy ass ain't shit ancestors onto that. Does that make sense? Do not ever allow them, because when they say us and we and they talk about our history, they are implying that they nasty, filthy, nothing ass ancestors were here dealing with this. And that is not the truth. So please, when you hear a tether, when you hear anybody that's not us and we, our history, you have to keep in mind, it was us who engineered this stuff, us who lived, fought, and died for this stuff. It is the highest form of disrespect to watch any of these nothing ass tethers come here and tell us that they are a part of us or a part of our history or heritage, because I got to start using heritage more, that they are a part of our heritage, because they are not. The only people who were here is us. Now let's get into the video.
Hidden inside this historic 19th century house on East 4th Street is a secret sanctuary.
Welcome to the Merchants House.
Yes, I'm excited.
In 1965, the Merchants House Museum became Manhattan's first landmarked building. Its doors opened to the public in 1936, giving visitors a taste of residential life in old New York.
This is the parlor, pretty much how the Treadwell family left it.
The Treadwell family lived here from 1835 until 1933, and their elegant residence is frozen in time. From this ruby red front parlor and its original piano to the kitchen with its cast iron.
Them clear people wasn't the people that did that. They done put them damn pictures on that wall and told y'all that's who that was. That wasn't them people. That is a lie. That was Black people who owned that brownstone and was helping other Black people up and through there. That's another big narrative they like to tell y'all in the history books, that it was a bunch of loving, clear people who just couldn't stand to see us all go enslaved, and they just risked life and limb to die to get us freedom. Lies, lies, lies. Just because they got a picture on the wall don't mean it's the truth. It was Negroes who was there. Don't listen to that, man. Watch the hijack, man.
Coal burning stove.
This is where the secret lies.
But when you head upstairs to the bedrooms on the second floor, there's something strategically hidden behind these built-in drawers, not revealed to the public until now. A link to the Underground Railroad.
Oh, wow.
And underneath these drawers is the path to freedom. Once removed, there's a hatch.
That hole is so small.
And then you can see this rectangular opening cut into the floorboards, which leads to an enclosed space about 2 feet by 2 feet. A ladder then leads down to the ground floor.
You guys knew this was here.
Yes, we knew it, but we didn't really understand what we were looking at.
Cap, they put white people in these historic places so that we won't know who we are. They purposely put them clear people there to keep and hold this from us. Listen, because these people been playing in our fucking faces, man. They place, just like sundown towns, I tell you, they place white people in certain places to keep us away from it. So you get this clear woman on here hollering, well, we kind of knew but didn't know. Bullshit. They're the guardians of the property until they put some more clear people there so that we won't ever find out. They act as security. It's the same thing in sundown towns in 2026. The clear people who are there, y'all looking at it as a racial thing. No, these people act as security. There's something there that has a need to know for us. That's why they put the races amongst the people to guard those lands, to keep us scared to go and look and see what's going on. This white woman know exactly what the hell under there. And if she don't know, she working for the people who do. Don't listen to these people. They be done told you white people helped you to escape, and it's white people who didn't know about it, but they found it. Bullshit.
Now they know. The merchant's house was also a safe house for enslaved Africans who escaped bondage in the South.
This is very emotional because I'm sitting where desperate people yearning to be free once sat with their eyes on freedom. They went down to a 2x2 space. You could barely...
Shut your boot-licking ass up, woman. Let me say this. If we came from Africa, somebody just put this in the chat and it just dawned on me. If we came from Africa, how the hell we knew how to navigate underground railroads? Drop down in the comments. If we came from Africa, how in the hell, I've always wondered how we was able to plant the crops we was planting, but I got a bigger one. How in the hell was we able to navigate underground railroads and we are foreigners on the land? Now the people, now we know for a fact the white people will tell you they didn't know about it. How we knew about it? Who built it? Who built the Underground Railroad for us to know about it? And if we built it, how will we even know what to build and where to build? Because this is our land. It was here before the cracker come here. You get it? That's why, because it was here before the cracker come here. It belonged to us, and they love putting white faces and white stickers on it to make us believe it come from somewhere else or belong to somebody else.
Stand up in it, and they stayed there, waiting for their next move. This was the path to freedom.
I've been practicing historic preservation law for over 30 years. This is a generational find. This is the most significant find in historic preservation in my career, and it's incredibly important that we preserve this.
Architects and preservationists recently went down inside this hidden vertical passageway to examine it for themselves.
I'm not exactly the biggest guy in the world, and I had trouble shimmying down to the bottom, yes.
Wow. And when you got to the bottom, what was there?
Well, there were artifacts down there. There was a newspaper clipping from the 19th century down there.
In 2026.
Why we can't see the artifacts? Why they didn't show us the artifacts in the 19th century newspaper clipping? Because it's going to tell us about us. We'll never see it. Well, we'll see it, but they ain't going to show it to us. Because all the stuff they didn't find nothing. Let's start there first. They didn't build nothing. They ain't create nothing. Everything they got, they stole. They know who we are. I tell y'all this every day I come on this internet. Everybody knows who we are except us. The white boy know who he is. So that's why when they say, oh, what did you find? Oh, you know, an artifact, you know, and this, that, and the third. They have been hiding who we are from us for a long time. But see, the universe works in mysterious ways, and God works in even more mysterious ways. Now, since all lies are being exposed, the most high ancestors in the universe are exposing this stuff on purpose so that we can see it with our own physical eyes. So now that we know for a fact the Underground Railroad was a real Underground Railroad, do you see how that lie goes away? All of these lies are being exposed to you, not just for your essay, not just for you to say, oh, that's good to know. It is for you to take that knowledge and expound upon it. What do I mean by expound upon it? Go into further detail. Do some more research, because that research and that detail and that education or re-education is going to find you or put you in a better position in life. You may not believe it. It sounds crazy, but it's true. Identity is the first key to freedom. Identity. It's not the key. It's not the only key. It's the first key. And that's why the enemy took all of his time to keep what away from us? Our identity. Because the moment we come back on our identity, we gain our what, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Our freedom. Does that make sense? So this is why we get a name change every 40 years. This is why we keep on that loop of Black History Month. This is why we don't know if we African or we American. This is why we confused, because identity is the first key to freedom. We need to hide the key. Until now. Because you got people like myself, buku people on the internet that are literally raising the alarms. Y'all gotta wake up. It's out there. You either don't want to hear it. If you don't know this stuff today, you don't want to know it. You don't want to know it. But I'm telling you now, ignorance is not an excuse. The truth is coming out. White people are not our saviors, and they are not even our masters, to be completely honest. All of those things are lies. Okay? The only person can save you, Black America, is you. The only master you have, Black America, is you. Don't listen to these people. Let me let them finish this out. Hold on.
These experts confirmed this passageway was designed in 1832 by the original owner. Joseph Brewster was an abolitionist.
Lies.
Abolitionism was incredibly...
Lies. Lies, 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 freaking lies. Why would a white man coming to America off the boat in Ellis Island, coming from a disease-ridden place, knowing that he can only survive and thrive if he hate niggas? Why would he come here with all of this money and then help niggas? It's to pull on your emotions and your heartstrings. So you can say, oh, well, all white people aren't bad. And I don't think that they are, but that's what this is for. This is a lie. That white boy ain't built that shit. He ain't even have the education. And I don't mean the institutional education. He wouldn't have had the education to build it, because the white people who were coming here were not builders. They had no skills. None. They didn't have no skills, no education. That's why most of them joined the KKK and the police. They were not engineers. So it's impossible for this fat ass white boy to come to New York and build an underground tunnel to get to the Underground Railroad that he would have known nothing about. Nothing. Who the hell would have called and told him? Keep in mind, put yourself in a position. We all running from these crackers. Who would have trusted him to tell him where it's at so he can build an underground tunnel? Lies. It's to make them your villain and your savior at the same time, Black America. This is all subconscious programming. This is a way that they make you a victim, or make themselves a victim and a savior in the same conversation. Okay? So a villain and a savior in the same conversation. So on one hand, they're showing you the Underground Railroad where you had to run to save your life. But then in the same breath, they're putting a white boy in front of you saying he was the one helped you to freedom. It is a lie from the pits of hell. Do not fall for the banana in the tailpipe. He would have had no way to build this doggone Underground Railroad, especially to an Underground Railroad that he would have had no clue to even know about. This is a weird-ass white boy. Why in the hell would we give him them secrets?
Rare among white New Yorkers, especially wealthy white New Yorkers. He was the builder of the house. He was able to make these choices.
You can't even get the lie out. He was the builder of the house. You can't even get the lie out.
And design them.
Brewster sold the building to the Treadwell family in 1835.
On purpose.
It's unclear if the Treadwells used or even knew the passageway was there.
They was trafficking babies under there. Yeah, they knew about it. That's why they started trafficking them churn with the orange juice people. Bloop. Yeah, they turned our underground tunnel into a sex trafficking ring. That's what happened. So yeah, the person who had it before purposely sold it to the Clearpet family who had it after that. And yeah, you're damn right they knew about it. They knew about it more than anybody in the neighborhood. And they was trafficking kids under that motherfucker, women and everything. Like 90 going west for over 100 years. Yeah, over 100 years, they've been trafficking churn. You're damn right. They know about it. Oh, I doubt they ever used it. Come on now. Man.
Historians call this passageway a masterwork of deliberate concealment, designed to be absolutely invisible to slave catchers during the 19th century. Its groundbreaking discovery, a testament to the courage of the abolitionist movement in New York City.
How is this a testament to the courage of the abolitionists? Now, they done turned your pain and your death into a celebratory situation for them. They say this is a testament to the abolitionists, to the white boy. That's crazy work.
Many New Yorkers forget that we were part of the abolitionist movement. We were part of the...
He's an orange Jew. He's a Jewish man. Look at his nose and his head. Oh, he was a part of it, all right. Oh, yeah. He was a part of it, all right. Not in the way you think. Not in the way he trying to make you believe it. Oh, yeah. He was a part of it. Just not the way he's saying it. You got to know it. I don't like being lied to. I hate being lied to. It bothers me. It be making me want to fight people. I just hate it.
Civil rights movement, but this is a physical evidence here in the Merchant House that really shows New York City's connectivity to what happened in the South, what happened during the Civil War, and what's still happening today.
It's a critical piece of the overall struggle for freedom and justice.
The Merchant's House, no longer just a relic of domestic life in the East Village. Its identity now includes a powerful, emotionally charged monument to the American struggle for liberty.
Not how they made it a big old one big American thing, to the American struggle. Well, I be damned. Who was the ones being hidden under that motherfucker? Who was the ones hiding and being hidden to go under there? So only the black people suffered, but this is an American. See how they take your history and turn it into American history so that the foreigners come in and say, well, that ain't you. That's us. Because I'm an American now. You see? I can't wait till we get them off this land. Oh, my God. That would be a happy day.
In Manhattan, Cheryl Wills, New York 1.
The point is this. Listen to what these people are doing to you. They give you a story where you were the victim, and then they turn around and tell you about how horrible they were. But then in the same breath, they'll say, but we helped you. Look, some other white people came and saved you, and they had this house, and they may or may not have known about it. But don't worry about that. Look at all these white people who's over here standing with you in solidarity to tell you that we love you. It's almost like somebody batting a piss out me and telling me it was a love tap. Are y'all insane? This was exposed on purpose. The Underground Railroad was literally underground. The people who have taken over the places that have passageways to the Underground Railroad are foreigners in 2026. They still have the occupancy of these places all over America and even the world. They are strategically placed there by family to keep the secrets of what really happened in our history. There's not random white people that happen to be living in these homes or living in these towns that are sundown towns. I need you to understand that. None of this is random. None of this is all coincidence. They put specific bloodlines, specific families, specific people there who will know. Even when I die, my child gonna know. And when they die, they child gonna know. And when you get it, they put specific families in the place of where our secrets are held to make sure that we don't find out the truth. And these people know generationally, whenever asked, you play stupid. You play dumb. Oh, I don't know. I just found this. One day I was cleaning out my closet, and then all of a sudden, it's a passageway to the Underground Railroad. I never could have thunk it. Well, have you ever gone down there? Oh, God, no. But I can only imagine. And then they put white people on the wall and say, oh, yeah, this was their house. They was helping niggas. The stuff had to come out because the universe said so. So it's out. The white people who are there, who claim to be the ones who helped you, are the people who enslaved you mentally. Okay? These are not your friends. The foreigners, contrary to you guys' belief, there was a crap ton of foreigners here during the slavery, and they were black too. Yeah. They ain't just got here. When the white boy came, he didn't come by himself. He came with some Africans. He came with some black Europeans too. Not a lot, but some. They collectively enslaved us. Collectively, meaning they put their differences aside. I need you all to understand this. Spain, France, England, what all colonies? All them colonies that came over here put their differences aside for the common goal, which was to enslave me and you. And they came in all different colors. They wasn't all just white. And collectively, their bloodlines are still on this land today, keeping the very secrets that they kept then, which is the truth. Who you are, Black America, your identity, where you come from, what you really and truly own. These people are strategically placed there to keep that information from you so you'll never find out. Do not be fooled by this. So when these people come up and say, oh, we found this, don't be all happy and giddy and start clapping. They only telling you what they were told and forced to tell you, which is the truth. Because spiritually, let me speak on it from a spiritual level. Spiritually, their time is up. The enemy's time is up, okay? They have to reveal all of the things that they've been doing. This is why every day you wake up on the news or on the internet, you finding out something new. It is imperative. No. They have to. They don't get a chance to maybe pivot around. All of the lies that they have hidden in the past have to be exposed. This is one of the reasons why Trump released the Epstein files. Because all of those things, all of the lies that they have been keeping dormant from us for hundreds of years, now they have to be pushed out. Now it's up to us what to do with the information. But they have to tell us. So you're going to start to see all kinds of stuff being put out, all kinds of conspiracy theories be true. And you're going to be like, damn, like, what is this? That is the ancestors, the universe, and the Most High working together to put the truth in front of you so that you can move accordingly. Because the way you've been moving, Black America, the way we've been moving has not been conducive to the overall productivity or at least saving of our collective. Okay? So with that being said, we have to be mindful of that. The Underground Railroad was real. Now let's expound upon that. Okay, now I want to get into Corey Holcomb, and this is the last thing we're going to do. Y'all get the likes up on the video. Let me read some of these super chats really quickly because I feel like I missed some. The homegirl healer. Thank you so much for the super chat. Says ESPN corrected the numbers. Bad Bunny was now number 1. He was number 4. Most watched Kendrick, MJ, and Usher. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But you know it was a reach when they did it. You know what I'm saying? Just Drea Britt. Thank you so much for the super chat. Says America has always been black, always have been, and always will be. Not just black, Black American. You hear me? Thank you so much. I just read this one. Let me move to the next one. Tanisha Bay, thank you for the super chat. Did I highlight it? Yeah, thank you for the super chat. Says some of the most educated people lack the most common sense and discernment. Ooh. You know, it took me to be amongst our educated for me to figure that out. It took for me to rub shoulders with what I thought was the most intelligent amongst us. And I'm talking about these people have high-ranking jobs, high positions. I thought from where I sat, I thought that these people were super smart, super intelligent, you know, and then I got up there and realized they dumb as a box of rocks. These people aren't smart. They're only as good as the people they got working under them. Crazy work. Goldilocks, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, it's my birthday, boo. Can I get a Miss Peggy? Do it for a Whopper. Yes, ma'am. Give me 1 second. We'll transition that over into Corey Holcomb. Give me 1 second. Kinderan, thank you so much for the super chat. Kinderan 624 says, boo, y'all remember that song, This Land Is Our Land, This Land? Yeah, it's my land. They've been trying to drill that ish in our head since we was kids. Man, watch out. I want to say 6 months ago, one day I was just sitting in the silence. Y'all got to start sitting in silence. One day I was sitting in silence and I was thinking about the Pledge of Allegiance, and that song popped in my head. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Islands. And I started saying, why the hell they had us singing that shit? To socially engineer us, to subconsciously make us give away our land. The whole song. Man, let me pull it up. What's the name of the song? This Land Is Your Land song lyrics. It says, this land is your land and this land is my land. From California to the New York Island. From the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. That's the chorus. And this opens up our heart to the foreigners and say, well, I don't think anything. And that's why most Black Americans was really at first caught off guard with the foreigner stuff. Remember at first we was just like, me too. Because I was like, nah, the way they doing them foreigners is wrong. It was drilled in us through this. Right. A whole spell. Not a half a spell, a whole spell. Nigga, we was in kindergarten singing this. We was in kindergarten, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd grade singing this. We didn't know what the hell we were singing. Whole time we singing a spell to give away our land. And we wonder why most of us have a heart for the immigrant. Come on, man. You spit with that one. Thank you, Kinderan. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Hey, it's Trey. Thank you for the super chat. Says, what part of that performance was inclusive? I didn't see Africans, blacks, whites, right? Nobody, just them. It was divisive. It was performed in Spanish. Absolutely. I didn't see nobody but Hispanics on there. So in my opinion, it was divisive as well. You absolutely right. And remember, they was mad because Kendrick Lamar wouldn't have black people. Clear people on his thing. Child, please. Thank you, Trey. Thank you, Jackie, for the super chat. I'm sorry for being a member for 10 months. And Jackie, I got your Christmas card. I just got it. Thank you so much, Jackie. I appreciate you. She says, people here have houses in PA with underground tunnels. Hit the button. Wow. Hit the like button. Wow. I know Pennsylvania and I know places up north have a lot of houses with underground tunnels. But see, in New Orleans, especially in New Orleans and in the South, they lied to us and told us that we didn't have underground. I know, especially in New Orleans, they lied and told us we didn't have underground because being below sea level. But then my uncle, who is an electrician, talks about how a lot of the electrician work they do start underground and how it's a whole city under there. Who from New Orleans? I got not just my uncle, my sister. I got family in my real family who know about underground in New Orleans. And they got whole like streets. My uncle said you could drive under there in New Orleans. And when I tell you my whole life, they told us we couldn't get basements out there was because we below sea level. Somebody lying. How far below sea level is New Orleans if they got whole cities under there? It's all a lie. It's all a lie. And these crackers been knowing about it. It took my family to work down there to tell me. And then I went to asking other people who worked at Charity Hospital, like the old buildings back then in the city. And they be like, oh yeah, we been knew about the underground. What? Yeah, we heard they had, yeah, we know about the underground under Charity. What? And I'm pretty sure if it's like that in New Orleans, it's like that in all of these cities. You got to know it. Oil is underground. Facts. You're right, Sergeant King. You're absolutely right. Tracy knows a lot. Thank you so much for the super chat. Says, so true, Voodoo. My grandmother always told me who we were because your grandmother knew, and I'm glad she did. My grandma didn't tell me. Now her sisters did, but my grandma didn't tell me. My grandma different. Love her down to the ground. She just wasn't worried about it. No, she did tell me when I asked her. But then it's different. My grandma different. Thank you so much for the super chat. Who this is? Deserving One. Thank you so much. Deserving 180. Thank you for the super chat. Truthful 42. Thank you for the super chat. Says the quiet part loud, Vu. You know I always do. Always. And I don't want to misspell your name. T Masterpiece 72. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. Now let's get into Corey Holcomb, y'all. So did y'all see Corey Holcomb went live yesterday and crashed again? Oh, things are going really bad for Corey Holcomb. Very bad, actually. So Corey Holcomb was accused of being a PDF file. Not by anything people said. People just used his own words against him. There's a compilation on YouTube of Corey Holcomb. I shared it with y'all yesterday, I think it was. But there's a compilation on YouTube of Corey Holcomb being very explicit about his extravaganzas with underage women. Or at least, not even his extravaganzas. Let's say this. Sorry. But his run-ins with underage girls. He spoke about how some girls are underage and in Iceland, if they 13, you could get with them sexually. You just can't pay them anything. Or in this place, you got to be 16 because 16 is the best coochie to get pregnant. All types of stuff. It was his own words that was used against Corey. Now, fast forward. Corey, mind you, Corey has 7 days between each broadcast to think about what he gonna do and say. And every time Corey get on here and show us he ain't thought about shit. Now, one thing Corey did bring out the fact of was he has lost a lot of gigs, and according to Corey Holcomb, he is being canceled because he says people believe that he is a pedophile. Now, he believes that this is a hit on TMZ. Corey Holcomb has taken zero accountability for the fact that you said these things. It would be one thing if the videos were fake and they were making up stories about Corey, but these are all things Corey said. And I don't remember or recall him, what do you call it? I don't recall him apologizing to Darlene, and seeing her there made all the sense in the world. Darlene is one of those women, I see a battered woman when I look at Darlene. Absolutely. She one of those women who stay with the husband for 30 years, even though he been going upside her head. And she find ways to cope with it. She even in her own brain, and this is bad. This is not a shade, but this is bad. Those type of women will find ways to cope with their abuse just so that they don't have to leave their abuser. That's Darlene. So to see her there made all the sense in the world. But anyway, Corey tells us on his pod yesterday that he has lost all kinds of gigs. He's losing money. He's actually sounding really scared now because he says that there's a hit piece put out on him. He's taking zero accountability for the shirt that he made with Anton Daniels. He takes zero accountability for the things he has said about underage girls. He takes zero accountability for putting his hands on Christina Payne, because guess what? Regardless of whether y'all want to say Christina Payne is a bad person or not, we saw the footage. Corey left his own personal space and went into her personal space and put hands on her. He's 1,010% wrong. I don't care if Christina Payne is batshit crazy and she be running around here setting niggas up. At the end of the day, when it comes down to a man putting his hands on a woman, it would be one thing if she swung on him first or she hit him. He left his own personal space. Corey did. And went all the way over to this lady's space and hit her. He is wrong. And he knows he's wrong. But the Corianas going to windmill with their head down, as we can see. Okay? Now, he also brings up the fact, like I said, he mentioned the TMZ bit. And then he also, like I said, he never apologized to Darlene. We not expecting that. What else did this nigga say on here that I wanted to bring out? It's just him trying to take the lady's credibility and tear her down to big him up. Corey's whole, that's another thing. Craig wasn't there. Well, where was Peanut Butter? Where was Craig? He said when the stream first started, Craig was on the way. We got to the end of the stream and it wasn't no Craig. What's going on with Craig? Craig, where you at? We ain't seen you on the stream. Now, I did see you, Craig, backpedaling and pussy popping on the handstand with the Joe Budden stuff. At first, you wanted to do a roast. Then it's, I'm going to just stay out of it. Then all of a sudden, we ain't seen high lower Craig ever since. Where you at, Peanut Butter? Come on back. We need to see you. I sure hope you come on back, Peanut Butter. Come on back, Vanilla Wafer. We need to see you. So anyway, Corey goes on to do his show seeming very nervous. I think shit's getting real for Corey. But Corey maintains his innocence. And again, he's innocent until proven guilty. So Corey maintains his innocence about the situation. And we're going to get into a little bit more about some of the stuff Corey was talking about, y'all. Y'all get the likes up on the video. Oh, yeah, he cussed out a lot of people, too. Then he said, I ain't worried about no fat bitch with a YouTube. I said, is that me? I was excited. I thought he was going to say, yeah, and that ugly bitch voodoo. I was going to say, oh, bitch, we made it. Nigga, we made it. I don't know who the woman he was talking about. I ain't worried about no fat bitch with a YouTube. Boy, if you would have said my name, Corey. Coriana, if you would have said my name, I'd have went live right then and there. Boy, I was look, I was by the camera. Say my name, please, nigga. I'm going live right now. I had them took my wig off and everything. Didn't care. If that nigga Corey would have said, I ain't worried about that fat, funky, nasty bitch voodoo, I'd have been live. What's up? You know it. You feel what I'm saying? But he wasn't talking about me, so I don't know who he was talking about. Good luck to that lady. Let's get into it.
Everybody. It's called a media firestorm. My voice, I'm shocked. I didn't know. My voice got so powerful that the media, not bloggers, not fat girls with YouTubes, not busters who...
That's when I thought he was talking about me, not fat girls with you. I was like, ooh, dang, I almost had it.
Buy cigarettes 1, 2, 3 at a time. We ain't worried about them. They weren't never the problem. What it is, we have mass media trying to shut down the voice of Corey Holcomb and the 5150 show. And of course, the bloggers who are envious of what we do are going to join in. Ever since TMZ has gave a one-sided version of what happened, it then got to the point where even a man like me, who I don't really, I don't walk around living in fear, but I fear for my life now because I see what has been said about me. and they are desperate to bring me down because the word pedophile has been thrown in the mix. And let me tell you something. This is deep. I am no pedophile. I have never been accused of being a pedophile. I have never had charges of being a pedophile. This is something that's coming from the mass media, TMZ. Ever since they said what they said, I have been, they trying to get at me for real. Let me tell you something, what they do, because they did this to Michael Jackson. They did this to Martin Luther King. They did this to Malcolm X. They did this to so many people. When they ready to come get you, they assassinate your character. So
That's where he lost me. Nigga, for you to compare yourself to Martin, Michael, or Malcolm, nigga, you had the wrong 3 M's in your mouth. You should have been comparing yourself to marshmallows, meltdowns, and milkshakes, nigga. Don't you ever get on this. Even Mike duck ass. Don't you ever get on this here internet and say they after you like they was after them niggas. Corey Holcomb, I don't know what you think you doing over there on the 5150 show, but it ain't what you think it is. Because Corey will go on to say his voice is so powerful. This is why the people want him down. Powerful? What that nigga be saying? That I done been over there. Corey ain't said shit that was powerful since I done been around there. The hell? Boy, you better switch them M's up. Somebody said molesters. Put that one in there. Molesters, meltdowns, bitch, and milestones. I don't know. That's the 3 M's they need to compare you to. Not Mike, Malcolm, not Mike, Malcolm, and Martin. Not them 3. Boy, go lay down, boy.
People don't look at you as a human being. They look at you as a villain. So they're using mass media now to come holler at your boy. This isn't little weak bloggers. Little weak bloggers have been talking crazy about me ever since I've been on air. But TMZ took a one-sided story of a woman who's addicted to drugs and quite dangerous. They showed a video recently where me and this woman got into it. And I can't hold back anymore. Listen, this woman was stalking me for a long time, and it was proven in court. And on top of that, I told people that this woman is a troublemaker and she sells drugs. TMZ knows that I have a restraining order against this woman and her boyfriend. So I've never heard of a woman getting hit or punched, whatever you want to say, and I get a restraining order against her. The story is not being told the right way. But
well, from what I understand, Corey, the reason why you got a restraining order against her was because you went and filed before the police report and all of that stuff. But Corey is hiding behind that to make it seem like she was just this horrible person. And again, to tear down her character in order to prove that you were right for hitting her tells us that you are a horrible human being, Corey. Even if you felt like you was defending herself, Corey want people to clap for the fact that he hit the woman. He's not on here saying, you know what, that wasn't my proudest moment, but in the moment, I had to defend myself. This nigga want to come on here, the stupid bitch, this, that, and the third, and I don't give a damn about a bitch, and I slap another bitch. He want to relish in it, and he want us to clap for it too, and we not going to do that. You a big-ass, overgrown baby who can't control your emotions. You probably can't even control the way you come. And all you know is react. You reacted, and now it's coming back to bite you. Take your lick, Coco.
I want to show you something about this innocent woman because they will make it seem like this woman is innocent. In fact, this lady went on TMZ, who is in collusion with her. Sean Holly, the drug addict woman, and TMZ are all in collusion together to try to bring me down. Let me show you a video because this woman even said in one of her TMZ videos, I'm not allowed at the Improv, but that's not true. This is the footage that goes in the security office of the Improv. It says Shrine of Crime right there. And we blotted out some of the people's faces because the truth is we don't want to show everybody, but I'm not banned from the Improv. But you know who is banned from the improv? Right there. Right there. Right there. If she's seen up there, they are supposed to call the manager and the cops immediately.
Such a bitch.
I'm not banned from the improv. I don't have a criminal history. This woman stabbed everybody who called her innocent. I know what I'm doing. When a drug addict is talking crazy to me and following me, I'm telling you, I know what they do to people. In that video where I got into a skirmish with the dude that was her boyfriend, I don't know if you know this, I'm going to say it. Since then, she stabbed that man and tried to accuse him of the R word. He now has a restraining order against her. She tried to get one against him. It was denied. She went to jail for stabbing that man. And it wasn't no let her out overnight, because they couldn't let her out overnight, because when you go to jail and you are high like that, they let you air out in the cell besides your crime. So everybody who saw that thing, innocent woman, no, Corey Holcomb was protecting himself and always will protect himself against drug addicts. Now,
let me show y'all a picture of Corey Holcomb protecting himself. This is Corey protecting himself against drug addicts. So I don't give a damn if this lady is the worst human being this side of the Mississippi. This is a picture of Corey protecting himself. I need y'all to be clear about that, because I don't want us to lose sight of what we saw. I see what Corey's saying. I'm not even here for it. I'm just going off of what my eyes saw, and even he's not denying. This is a photo, a still shot of Corey protecting himself. Okay? Just so you know. Now let's get back to Corey, because Corey wanted, now he's the victim. At first it was funny. Now he's the victim.
Now, they have something online, once again, about this pedophile thing, and it's going too far. So my lawyer said, you don't even have to really talk about that for real, but just make sure everybody knows this. I'm no pedophile, never been accused before in my life of being a pedophile. I despise a pedophile. Anybody who would do anything physically, I think it's a person who sexually abuses children. Am I right with that? That's what a pedophile is, right? You know, I ain't living like that, and I've never lived like that. But I understand.
His words are important. I want to correct him. A pedophile is a person who does anything sexual to a child. Rather, it's abuse. I mean, all of it is abuse because it's a child, but we got to be careful, because if some people might not feel like what they do to children is not abuse, and then that's a way they can wiggle out of this whole accountability thing. So we got to be careful, Corey. Now, you said some real gruesome details. You gave some real nasty, filthy stories. Remember, Corey? Remember you had said that you was in the bed with your girl and you didn't have no bottoms on? That means your dick was just swinging. And remember, Corey, you said her 15-year-old daughter got in the bed and you didn't have nothing on? And remember, Corey, you said what came to your mind was this bitch trying to get me in trouble? And then also, Corey, remember you said after a year later you left and the girl ended up pregnant, you knew she was hiding the ass? Corey, you created this. Whatever we believe about you, Corey, comes from Corey. It don't come from TMZ. It don't come from YouTube. Everything we know about Corey came from Corey mouth. So I don't understand why Coco on here playing. Why Coco on here rewriting history while we living it. We not going to let you do it, Coco. This ain't fair. You said those nasty things. And that's one of the things you said. You even talked about a baby in a bottle. A baby crying for a bottle was a sexual thought to you, Corey. You have a problem, my nigga. You have a real problem. Like something wrong with you, Coco. Your brain is fried, Coco. You done lived so long doing this nasty shit. You saying it out loud on the internet and don't even realize how ridiculous you sound, Coco. You fucked up, bruh. You fucked up. And this is the worst part. Nobody outed you. Corey outed yourself. You outed yourself. Nobody outed you. You outed you. He can't be mad at nobody but himself.
Media firestorm that's happening to Corey Holcomb because, these people know I have evidence against them that's going to bring them down, so they have to destroy my credibility first. They have to destroy my credibility like I'm a villain. But I want to say to TMZ, who I know is watching, I've already given the evidence to my lawyer and a few other people. So it's out of my hands. So if you guys want to come at me, there's nothing I can do. You know the case is coming. You know the case is coming. Sean Hawley, TMZ, and of course the drug addict woman. I mean, she has nothing to lose, so she'll do whatever you guys want her to do. She'll say whatever you guys want her to say. But my day in court is coming. And I don't even have time for court because I live a glorious life. I work and perform. It's just my voice got too powerful for some powerful people, and they're sending this media firestorm at me. And I'm just going to leave it at that. I showed everything I need to show because they said this is an innocent woman. This woman, since I had the incident with her, she stabbed a man.
What do you want us to do with that? Corey is trying to flip this thing to be like he's being attacked. But this was Corey when it all popped off. Don't listen to Corey.
I'm here to tell you, that ain't the one. Not in her face. See, don't let motherfucker get you all square online. Right. Cake ass niggas play online. But when they in front of you,
number respect.
Something different happened to them.
Number
that
niggas,
was seen on the show 2 weeks ago.
They always mislist what's up. Even the ones that don't like me.
And you know they don't like you, right?
Me.
That fake ass shit.
You still gotta respect me.
Fuck
but
Corbin
would never hit a queen. Never.
I hold him up.
He hit a bitch.
I hold him up.
He hit a bitch.
I hold him up.
He hit a bitch. A horrible bitch.
Hey, anybody can get it if it get out of pocket.
Oh my God. Period.
Anybody can get it. That's how I was bred. I am here to keep the peace. But if you bring war will come.
That's right.
Don't be talking about why you do that. Because you brought war. This is 5150, bitch!
Okay. For real. That's on God.
Hey, look, Miss Lip. I'm here to...
So, yeah, Corey on here playing like he got I don't know about no media storm. I don't work with no media. I'm independent. All of this coming from me. Okay? So I don't know nothing about no media storm and people working together. That ain't got nothing to do with me. This is all my independent journalism, if that's what you want to call it. But either way, Corey is trying to flip the narrative because yesterday he's realizing as the time goes by, this shit is getting more realer and realer. And this is the worst part. I do believe that they might be putting a media storm against him. But the problem is they not making this shit up. They using your real tea. It would be one thing if they was lying on you, Corey, making this stuff about you, making this stuff up about you so that the masses could hate you. If that was the case, Corey, I'd be on your side. But I tell y'all about this industry. What they do, listen to me, what they do is they'll sit up there and allow you to fuck up, and they'll just write down all your fuck ups. And then on Mad Day, when Mad Day come, they scribble right on in and use those very fuck ups to tear you down. That's what they do. So I can't feel bad for these niggas that take this climb and then get torn down by their own actions. What you want me to do, Coco? You hit that lady. It's on camera, almost in 4K. So even if there's a media storm, which is possible, it's you brought it upon yourself. And I told you this was going to happen from the Anton Daniels thing. I told you Anton Daniels was sent in there to rile you up so that they can tear you down. And that's exactly what they doing. I said it from day one. And you falling for it over and over and over and over. He getting into it with other YouTubers. He beefing with everybody. Corey, boy, things ain't gonna look good for you. It's gonna look bad for you before it look good. And again, I don't know where Craig was. Craig must have lied and said he was coming to work and never came back. Craig, if you a real man, you will make your own way and stop riding under the coattails of another nigga. Because this nigga gonna fly y'all ass into the coop. He gonna fly y'all into a brick wall and y'all gonna hit the wall and fall. So if I was you, Craig, I would go find me somebody else. No, I wouldn't find nobody else. I would be my own person. And Darlene, lost cause. Lost cause. Look at Darlene. Well, you know, Corey, he did apologize to me after the take. He did call me on the phone and apologize. Corey refused to apologize to her in front of the people. He told us your coochie was wrinkled in front of us, but he refused to come on here and tell us or tell you he's sorry in front of us. He also said all kind of horrible things about you, Darlene. Even made a song. If you don't want to do it, get another bitch to do it. If you don't want to do it, get another bitch to do it. If you don't want to do it, get another bitch to do it. While you sat there and lied and said you were sitting in the background just chilling. Darlene, you are a lost cause, girl. You are having the life you deserve. I don't know why I feel it, but Darlene, you are getting everything in life that you deserve. You got to know it. You got to know it. Darlene ain't no victim. Darlene just falling into her purpose to sit there and be ran over like a damn bulldozer by Corey Holcomb. By Coco. Nicole Smith, thank you for the super chat. Says, I stopped rocking with Corey after he clowned Zoe. What's Zoe? I don't know what's Zoe, but he clowned everybody, child. T Masterpiece, thank you for the super chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And who that was had a birthday? Who that was had a birthday? Hold on. Because I'm about to hop up off of here, y'all. Here we go. Goldilocks. All right. So, y'all, I'm about to get up off of here. But before I do this, let me do my closing. Y'all, I'm about to get up off of here. It is imperative, Black America, that you do your genealogy. All these lies are being exposed to us so that you can take that information and go back and get your inheritance. Your inheritance are tied to your genealogy, to your identity. It's not in the reparations check. It's not in the March on Washington. Your reparations, what you are owed, is tied to your genealogy. If you don't do nothing else, find out who you are, where you come from, who your heritage is and your lineage is. And I promise you, you won't regret it, Black America. This land is not ours. It's yours. It's only ours. And we're going to keep it that way. So with that being said, I'm about to get up off here. Love y'all down to the ground. Happy birthday to Goldilocks and anybody else, any other Aquarius celebrating a birthday. Love y'all so much. I will catch y'all on the next one. And y'all already know what it is. Never pay it back. Always pay it forward, girl. Appreciate y'all for everything you do. Like the video, subscribe. See y'all later. Happy birthday, beautiful. Peace.
Let's go, Miss Peggy.
Y'all make it.
Let's go, Peggy. Miss Peggy Bother. Peggy Bother. Peggy Bother. Make that ass drop. Make that ass rock. Ooh. Make that ass drop. Make that ass rock. Ooh. Do it for a whopper. Make it wobble for a whopper. Wobble for a whopper. Make it wobble for a whopper. Ooh, Peggy Sue. Ooh, Peggy. Ooh, Peggy. Ooh, Peggy. Ooh. Peggy about to say she about to work it like a black girl. Make that ass jump. Make it rock like a black girl. Rock. You fine, Peggy. You fine, Peggy. Ooh, you fine, Peggy. Ooh, bow-legged Peggy and a booty kind of heavy. Bend it on those girl, toot it like a levy. Bow-legged Peggy, booty kind of heavy. Bend that ass over, toot it like a levy. Lift that ass, lift that ass, lift that ass. Ooh, Peggy about to work, she about to rock, she about to move, she about to make it. Oh, Miss Peggy.
Oh, let's go! It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat. You know what I want? Blaze up! Come on, Blaze up!
It's the beat for me.
Wow, 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 wow. For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy. For your boy. Also for your
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.